Hey, Tracy Lovers. What's up, Tracy Lovers? All right. Come on and kick it with me. I miss y'all. Come on. Come on and kick it with me. Because I want to kick it with you. Okay, so over the weekend, I think it was Friday. Y'all know I've been doing this challenge. I've been doing a challenge, and we're going to do that too. I do want to do that, but I want to do that. I don't know if I'm going to do it in this video or after I talk about what I want to come talk about today. So, because I'm still doing a challenge, but Friday, I think it was day 5 or 6. I don't know what day it was, during the challenge, whatever, about the Proverbs. So, y'all know how every night we read a chapter and we give our perspective on a chapter. So, I'm doing my, I'm chilling with God and doing my devotion, whatever. And this word kept popping up in my head. Humiliation. Being humiliated. And I'm just like, let me write this word down and continue to do what I've been, what I'm doing, whatever. So that was a few days ago. And then I've been catching up on my chapters, reading through the chapters, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm talking about that. But this word, y'all already know I have to come talk about it. Because it's like, okay, so it's 2 words. I got down here, humility and humiliation. Now, they might sound the same, but they are 2 totally different things. And I want to talk about it. Who have been humiliated, or humiliation, or humility? All them words were just floating in my head. And I remember asking God, like, I don't want to feel humiliated. I don't want to, I don't want to feel or go through humiliation. I can't even say these words, y'all, so I might get tongue-tied along the way, but stick with me. Like, I don't want to be doing something and humiliating myself. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, honestly, me doing these videos, I don't want to feel humiliated. Like, what if I'm the only one? Like, I don't want to. But at the end of the day, because I have to go back to, what do I even want? What do you want? Because ain't nobody told me to do anything. I'm doing everything that I want to do. Ain't nobody in my way. Ain't nobody telling me I can't. And if they was telling me I can't, them be the ones I move around. Them be the ones I don't, you get what I'm saying? So, humiliation and humility. I want to talk about it. I want to break it down. I just want to give my perspective on it. I want to talk about it. Now, these are some conversations that is not so easy. Some conversations for me is hard. You get what I'm saying? So, let's just talk about it, y'all. So, I got some notes. One side, humility, and the other side is humiliation. Okay? But before I dive into this, because I'm ready to dive into this, I sometimes have to be like, slow down, girl. We ain't going nowhere. I really want to dive into this. However, I know I haven't came on here yesterday and did the upcoming of the week. Y'all listen real quick, y'all. Chill with me. I be feeling like when I get into a routine, sometimes I like my routines, but some routines that I don't have to have, you know what I mean? Like, make it a routine, but don't make it like work. This started to be like work for me, and I'm like, hold on. Why do I want to pause? And if I want to pause, when I pause and I have to reground myself, because sometimes I do have to reground myself, I have to get back focused on Why am I even doing this? What do I want? What really matters to me? I know how we talked about when we building with intentions, we have to ask these questions like, what am I even doing? Because I don't want to do nothing that's not intentional, nothing that without a cause. You get what I'm saying? So I have to just pause on doing, just feeling like I'm getting in a routine of just talking to myself and like just remembering my why. Like I say, regrounding myself. I had to do that, and I didn't want to be like a routine. However, I still got stuff I want to talk about. I still have stuff I want to talk about. So this week, yes, even though I didn't do the upcoming weeks, I might switch it up just a little bit, and I might not come on here every day with a topic and talk about it. However, next week I got some topics I want to talk about. I want to talk about mentorship. Well, not even next week because we in a week. This is Monday. This week I want to talk about mentorship. Mentorship to me is important. It's very important. And I want to talk about what mentorship means to me. I want to talk about how mentorship helps, why mentorship matters, who need mentorship, and where to find it at. You get what I'm saying? So I want to talk about those topics because I think that's dope. I think it's dope. And like I say, I like stuff like that. I like talking about stuff that I'm getting into, learning about, that I like. It's important to me. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get back on topic. Because this was something that was just lingering in my head over the weekend. Like humility and humiliation. I hope y'all still with me. Now, humility. What is humility? It's a modest or low view of one's own importance. That's that humbleness. In other words, freedom from pride or arrogance. Now, I want to pause right there because that's something I was reading in the chapters of Proverbs this weekend. This past weekend about how it's 6 things that God really despises of, he don't like. And arrogance and a prideful heart is 2 of them. I think they go hand in hand, but them are something that God don't like. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that we shouldn't just walk around with so much pride and arrogance. I don't think that's healthy. You get what I'm saying? So humility, I got down here, view yourself without arrogance. You can look at your flaws and your talent and you can still feel humble and secure without the feelings of arrogance. And that's just humility. That humble feeling that you can look at yourself and be like, oh, I'm talented. I can do this, that, and the other, or God has blessed me with this, that, and you still feel humble, like you still feel humble and together and secure, other than saying like, I got this, God did this, that for me, and now you judging or you looking at somebody else less than. You trying to humiliate somebody else for what they don't have or what, you get what I'm saying? Like trying to compare whatever the case is. But that humility is being able to look at yourself, look at your flaws, look at all that and still feel humble. Look at your blessings, look at your talents, look at your flaws. You can look at all that and you still content with self. You're not looking at your flaws and next thing you know, you feel humiliated. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that in a minute, but humility. I even got down here arrogance. Because like I say, you want to feel humble and secure without that arrogance feeling. And that arrogance feeling is having the attitude of superior. You got an attitude of you better than. Now, let me break that down a little bit more too, because I remember having a friend, ex-friend, because of course, y'all know, or them toxic situations that I chose to, get away from. So I remember having a friend saying, "You think you better than somebody," or da da da, something like that in that nature. And I was really like shocked, like, whoa, I really don't think I'm, I look at myself as being very like humble. Honestly, I do. I describe myself as humble. So to hear that you feel like you better than somebody, that's not, sometimes that can be within that own they own situation. That's not how I feel. So if you're feeling like that, check yourself. But in the meantime, between time, if somebody else feeling like that about you, does not mean you have to put that on you. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because that ex-friend said that to me, now I shouldn't have to walk around feeling like, oh man, let me cut back some stuff because now I don't want people to think I'm, no. But in a sense, it's like, don't walk around feeling like be humble. Don't walk around feeling like, oh, I'm just better than da, 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 da. No. Nah, somebody else feel like that about you. Now that's something they have to work on with their own self. Okay? So I got how does the Bible define humility? Because that's something I'm doing research on. Like, okay, how does the Bible even look at humility? You get what I'm saying? It says true humility seeks to bring glory and honor to God and looks out for the interests of others. That's like you counting them blessings, and you can help somebody else count some blessings too. Other than counting your blessings and then being like, they're my blessings, and oh, you ain't. You get what I'm saying? Have that humility. Have that being able to, like I say, count your blessings and glorify God. Being able to, have interest in others as far as bringing out or pointing out the best in other people as well. Not to say dim your own light, but shine your light, but shine a little light on somebody else that's actually is hard for them to see it or whatever. And that's just stuff that I strive to do, y'all. Y'all already know. And then I wrote down here, Christ gives us a perfect example of humility. Did he not? He was, I don't, look, this is just my opinion. He was one that can really hear from God. You get what I'm saying? So he followed a lot of God instructions. And he didn't go around doing, wishing evil on nobody. He went around actually healing the sick. You get what I'm saying? He was teaching and preaching God ways, God's instructions. And that's just how I feel about that. So, humiliation. Now, just to briefly read over my notes that I took over this, is I put down humiliation is the act of humiliating someone. That's when you feeling ashamed or you losing respect for yourself. So when you feel humiliated or going through humiliation, that's you feeling like you done lost some pride. You done lost some self-respect for yourself. You got a bad opinion about yourself. And you absent of pride. You ain't got no pride. That's when you going through humiliation, you don't have no pride. And like I say, it's a balance. Because in humility, I said freedom from pride. So you don't have to have it. You get what I'm saying? And then humiliation is absent from pride. Like you need it, but you ain't got it. That's that you want to feel prideful, but you ain't got it because you absent from it, because you feel humiliated. I hope I'm making sense. I put down here, humiliation can get humiliated and still feel good. Oh, there we go. Can you get humiliated and still feel good about yourself? Now that's something that, look, I can answer it, but I want you to answer it. I want you to answer that. I remember somebody used to tell me that. I remember having that look. I remember dating this guy, and he used to be like, he used to ask me some deep questions, and he'd be like, I don't even want to know the answer. I want you to answer that for yourself. And that's where I got that from, because that used to be so deep to me, like, oh my God. And that's where I really started to like, look, I can't lie to myself. Like, I can't lie to myself. So if I'm answering these deep questions just for myself, it's like, take it for self. Be honest with yourself. Can you get humiliated and still love yourself? Can you be standing on the stage and everybody like, and you still walk away and love yourself? Because that's a challenge. That is. And I got down here, look, humiliation can cause trauma. And y'all know them traumas we be having to heal from. Some traumas bring PTSD and a whole lot of other stuff. So, we have to heal trauma so we can grow bigger. Side note. Now, I got this side note down here. And then I'm going to wrap this up and go ahead and go. We have to heal humiliation so we can grow. Now, some humiliation, just like me saying, stand on the stage and people can be laughing at you, a whole room full of people laughing at you. Now, some people, that can cause a trauma and that can really cause some damage. You get what I'm saying? But some people, it turns them on being humiliated. Some people, which is another trauma, which is some stuff that we have to deeply look at. You get what I'm saying? So humiliation can go on a lot of different levels. Some people are like, hold on now. I like being humiliated. And like, why? What do you like about it? Like, what turns you on about being humiliated? Now, as some people can get humiliated and it really hurt them. Like, it really hurt them. It really hurt. It's painful. It's not cool. They got trauma. You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like we gotta learn humility. We gotta learn humility so we can be able to handle humiliation. Okay? And yes, that's that. That's all I got. That's all I got. Because Christ gives us a perfect example of humility. Even though it sounds like humiliation, I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. There's a difference, but they go hand in hand, and we gotta know the difference between the two, and we have to know the two. Now, like I said, this was just something that was really on my head heavy over the weekend. I'm like, you know what? I really gotta come talk about this. All right. So I'm just gonna leave that there with y'all, and if y'all stayed this long, make sure y'all liking this video, subscribing to the channel. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Because I know y'all leave, didn't come. I don't know, but I appreciate the ones who stick around, who actually come back and check out my videos. I appreciate y'all. And I appreciate the newcomers who checking out the videos. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And come have some dope conversations with me. Humility and humiliation. I think that is so dope. And I want to talk about mentorship. I want to talk about mentorship. Okay? So, yeah. That's that, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and finish eating. It's almost time for me to start my routine. I just wanted to come talk to y'all about that. I love y'all. And I'll catch y'all on my next video. Deuces.